This is homemade workout equipment.
There we go. Lifting it. Alright, so what we did here, it just started recording, so I'm just going to kind of go with it. We filled that probably about halfway with water. And now we're gonna start mixing that shit.
We got a cat over here. God.
Alright, this is my cat.
Get that pussy out of there.
Winner.
Alright, so you're going to want to fill it up.
This is one of the perks of wearing a glove. I've done this without it.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Yeah, I end up regretting it.
So you see him mixing it up in there, and the reason, like I said, you want to do this is to kind of prevent it from floating. You're going to take a lot of the buoyancy out of it, and that's going to benefit you, because if you don't have a thick cap on it, if you don't use a lot of sand, it might push up, and your tank's going to get gross.
What's the dirt to sand ratio again when you're topping off soil?
Inch to an inch?
Yeah, like if you're going to use gravel, you can probably go a little bit less because gravel's heavier, but you want to typically go an inch to an inch. So if you have an inch of soil, use an inch of topper. If you have a half inch of soil, use a half inch. So
in my experience, careful how big the rocks you use. I've used like Lowe's rocks before. They were like that big per rock, and soil just leaches through all of it. You end up with a messy tank at the end of the day.
Yeah, I have small pebbles, and that's why I said that it's probably better if you go with sand.
Yeah, just dump. Whatever is easier, and we'll just wipe off the rest of the dirt. Yeah,
you can kind of just dump it in there and then use your hand to smooth it out. Oh, there we go. That's nice. There we go.
That sounds kind of disgusting.
You only got a little bit on the glass. It's not bad.
Yeah, I made a bigger mess than mine.
So, looks like an elephant took a dump right in your tank.
Might need a tiny bit more, but
yeah, that's fine.
Pretty good.
I was gonna say that looks like it's almost about an inch right there. That's all I really want to do, like an inch. John, was it when you first did this? You did like 3 inches, and like more than like a tenth of your tank is taken up from dirt and substrate.
Yeah, I had a lot of swords, and swords are primarily root feeders, so I wanted a really good substrate. You really don't need that much for any kind of plants that you want. An inch is more than enough. Yo, we could use some more light over here. You can't really see.
Yeah, this is the terrible part about this apartment. No lights are in the room, so I have to use this.
My phone's right in there if you want to just get the flashlight out.
We could just take the lamp, the part off that for the next video.
Oh god,
but so at this point, you can kind of see where we're at right now, putting the soil down.
It's a nice wet consistency. You can see it.
There you go.
And just smooth it out.
You want to be able to stick your finger in there, and it kind of holds the shape after you take your finger out.
Let's get a whole look at this. I want people to see the whole thing, not just like part of it.
So, and at this point, if you want to add clay or something like that, you can go to your local like crafting store or something like that, and as long as you get a red clay that's not imitation clay and it's actually true red clay, that's going to help your plants with the red pigment. Yeah, so if you have Liguigia, so if you got Liguigia or some red swords or anything that has a red pigment to it, that's going to benefit from iron.
Yeah, exactly. Clay is rich in iron because that's primarily why it's red. So, honestly though, dirt has enough of it to supplement it, but if you really just want to bring out the red in your plants, you can put the clay in there. Otherwise, they'll thrive pretty fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people, I don't know if you guys watched Dustin's videos from Dustin's Fish Tanks. That's where we first found out about dirted aquariums. And if you actually read Dinah Wallstead's Ecology of the Planet Aquarium, the typical potting soil from dirt has enough iron content to last like 115,000 years or something like that in an aquarium. So you really don't need to add more iron, but some people like to do that.
The only time I advise doing dosing water into your iron into your water column is if you have plants that are not heavy root feeders. If they're gonna pull it up from the water column instead of actually pulling it in from here, like he said, swords are heavy root feeders. I know Liguigia isn't as much, so if you have Liguigia and you want nice reds, you just dose it in.
Yeah. So. Alright, so the next step we're gonna start adding the topper, and we'll take it from there.